Joining me by phone, Oklahoma Congressman Tom Cole, who is a native of Moore, Oklahoma. Representative Cole, many thanks for joining us on the phone, but this is a tough thing to be talking about. Second time in less than 2 weeks that Moore has been upended by tornadoes. Is this unprecedented for you?
Well, unfortunately, at this scale it is, and the whole weather complex around is just almost biblical in proportions. Last night it was, we had a tornado immediately to the east and a little bit northeast, I should say. Another one that popped up again to the west, and then one to the south that formed and quickly dissipated. But throughout we had extraordinary rain. I mean, just sheets of rain, inches after inches. We have to deal with that this morning. High winds, lots of lightning, power outage. I'm in my home now, absolutely no power. And then tomorrow or today, we've got debris everywhere already, and this on top of it will have scattered that debris a great deal, and of course made just the recovery from the tornado of May 20th a great deal more difficult for people on the ground.
What goes through your mind, sir, when you hear the reports or you look out your window and you see something heading your way, or certainly you can see it in the distance? I mean, again, is it incredulous for you?
Yeah, well, it is a little bit. I just kind of put my eyes to heaven, and it's kind of why us a second time. But and last night, of course, these were tornadoes in the rain. The rain wraps around them in the clouds, so you can't see them in the way that you could see the classic one on May the 5th. And so it's out there, but you don't have much sense of exactly where it's at, and you're trying to juggle around. You've got no power, and trying to sort of watch things, or friends are calling on your BlackBerry, or you're trying to pull up what you can on that. So that's difficult. And of course, you go to the middle of the house. In my case, we've got a reinforced room in the middle. My wife was in the shelter next door because I'd actually been out doing an event and literally arrived home as the event was starting, and she had wisely had gone to the neighbor's shelter, so I just sort of rode it out here.
Yeah. Despite the repeated warnings for people to stay indoors, thousands of people were still out on the roads. Why is it that you think so many motorists stayed out on the roads where there isn't shelter?
Well, I think some of them literally think, you can get away, and quite often you can, but if you get caught in traffic and you're moving at 5 miles an hour, you're not getting away, and that happened, I think, to a lot of people last night. Some folks, again, just would rather trust themselves while they're moving, and they think they can see, although in the dark you really can't, then they would take shelter. So that's unfortunate, and of course, unfortunately, I-40 is a major interstate highway, I-35, they both intersect in the middle of the city, so you constantly got a great deal of traffic on those roads from people that aren't around here. So you put those two things together, and you really got a traffic snarl in the middle of really severe weather where everyone would be better off someplace off that road.
Absolutely. Representative Tom Cole, though, we're very glad that you're safe, sir, despite your lack of power, and thank you for your time, and best of luck to you and your fellow Oklahomans through all this.
Thank you so much, Alex.
Riding up